this message because we are actually starting now, not soon. Let's see. I'm going to make that go away and make that go away. There we go. Hey, I'm finally starting. Finally. I'm so late today. I have a story. I got some stories though, aka excuses as to why I'm late. Just take a minute to soak this in here right here though. Oh man, I got the realistic brutal weather mod that's been updated for 138 going. So we got some real nice haze off in the distance, very summer look here. We're sitting here outside of Colville, actually south of Colville, Washington State. We're gonna be driving into Idaho, but this just looks actually a lot better than I thought it was gonna look. I was not expecting this. Holy crap! This is just a weather mod that I wasn't able to run last week because it wasn't ready yet with the new version of graphics. But wow, it was worth the wait. Because with 138 they came out with SSAO. I forget what the two S's are, but it's ambient occlusion. It's lighting. So they updated the lighting. I was hoping there was going to be more to a graphical update for the game. Maybe that'll come later this year. But the lighting, gotta say, holy crap, it looks awesome. This trailer too, the reflection on it, it's practically picturesque. Well, except for the low resolution. But looking at the body of the trailer, this is good, real good. We're running the same truck for the third week in a row. This is one of the reasons I am late tonight. Yes, we do have cows over here. We are on a farm. Because I couldn't figure out where to put the truck. So we're going to start on the farm here. The 386 is actually a pretty common farming truck. But we're running with a reefer tonight. We're not... I guess we could be pulling meat, but we're not pulling any livestock. Anyway, I was going to try a different truck tonight. But that didn't happen because I was going to try it. Well, it wasn't a new truck, but I was going to go with the Lone Star. But I found out that there's no Cummins X15 sound mod yet for it that I could find easily. So plan B was the Cascadia with the new Mercedes-Benz engine sounds, because that's basically the new Cascadia runs with a Mercedes-Benz motor. Daimler DAILMER is the parent company of Freightliner and Mercedes-Benz, and so they share parts. So the engines are practically the same. Anyway, long story short, I could not get that engine mod working either. Apparently, it was out, but I just ran out of time trying to configure it. So we're back to Peterbilt 386 running the Packer motor, which is the parent company of Peterbilt. But I gotta have a good sound mod. I cannot run with the default sounds. It's unfortunate, but I can't stand them right now. So we're gonna run with what sounds good. That's half of the simulation right there. So. Alright, so that was why I was late. I was finicking, messing with mods, and it was having a very hard time. I was really trying to make that Cascadia work, but unfortunately I couldn't make it work. And, oh, for a second I was like, where's Idaho? It's right here. That's just the shape of Idaho. That's all I get. Oh, this looks weird though. Hang on. No, this is right. Because this is Montana. But yeah, sound does, yeah, it makes a huge difference to me, especially in simulation. It doesn't matter so much to me for other category games. I mean, it's important, like for like storytelling in an action game, you want good dialogue sounds. I know some games where you could tell that they really cheaped out on the audio recordings for people talking, and it's like, oh, that breaks the immersion. But with simulation, there are three things that matter to me. One is the first of all, the simulation with the physics. Like if you're driving a truck, it's got to be realistic feeling. It can't just take off on you or just grip to the road. It's got to have just that realistic physical property. Second is graphics. Well, I'm going to put that third because you got to have a nice looking game, but I value sound above that even too, because that is just part of it. It's it's a simulation of real life, so like the closer the sound is to reality, the better it is, I think. So For Fallen Earth, it was the gunshot sounds for you. Nice. Okay. Okay. With all that being said, we got to get going here because we are really running behind. Let's see if we can grab around here in the area. I'm not going to pick a particular city, and I forget which ones I've done already. Crap. Let's try to get to Sandpoint. I think that'll be. Oh, well, you know what? That might be too close. I've done Lewistown already. I did a little bit offline. I did a little bit. So we got to find another job that's going to take us. I think we went to Grangeville. So we might have to jump around Idaho, but I don't think we went to Boise. So we could choose that. That's going to take us way down. There's some boring jobs here. Jeez. But we do need Boise. Maybe from there we can head back north again. But I don't want to go through the old part of the map. Let's see if I can get something closer. I might not be getting. It might be Boise's the next closest one. Oh, geez, there we go. Okay, so we could do Boise. Let's do that. I know I need that one. But we're not going to take the suggested route because that's going to go through Oregon, which we've done a lot of times. So I'm going to reroute us through Idaho. We'll take the back roads a bit. Let's see, track error is probably going to be goofy too. Let's see, let's get that centered. Okay, I got it. Good to go. Alright, so I think we're actually picking up here too. This is our pickup point. So we'll just have to move our trailer over to where we got to pick up our cheese. Oh, I love cheese. Let me move my seat up a little bit. I'm not quite close enough here. This should be good. Alright, let's get it started. We're in neutral. It's always good to check first. Alright. I love these sounds. Alright, well, apparently we don't have the parking brake on right now, so we can just pull ahead. Let's go move over this way. Alright. We're just gonna straight back like this. Make it easy. And yeah, we're trying just 2D tonight. VR, I think, you know, as much as fun as it is for me, it's not very presentable. It depends on the game. I'll probably continue to go back and forth with it, but for tonight we're going to keep the steady camera, you know, just to really show Idaho in all its glory. So I was able to pump up the graphics too. I got to run them a little bit lower with VR, so it kind of takes away with the visual greatness. And that bar right there is really annoying. I forgot my steering's backwards since I'm looking backwards. See, if I were in VR, I'd be turning my head right now, so my orientation wouldn't be messed up. We're just backing out pretty straight here. Pretty simple. Simple backing maneuver. We're not going to be exactly in the middle, but whatever. It's not a dock. It's just well, it kind of is, but it's a pretty wide dock area, so. Alright, this should put us right in the hole, right there. Alright, good enough. Alright, I love the sounds. I could drive this thing for weeks on end, but we'll try to change things up a little bit. We'll probably try to change the game up too as well. Next week I might try SnowRunner or maybe go back to Derail Valley. We'll have to see. Maybe Fernbus even. It's been a while since I played that, but I haven't gotten any new content for it, so. Alright, so we're loaded up with our, I forgot to check, 33,000 pounds of cheese. Alright. Alright, I was also going to reroute us, I forgot. Alrighty. Yeah, I mean, this is probably the best route to take, just interstate the whole way, because Idaho is such a weird shape. But we're gonna cut down this way. We're gonna go back down towards Lewistown, back to Grangeville. We've already been on this bit of road here, but we have not been on this bit going east, so it'll be a little different. And we'll head on into Boise. Try to get a couple jobs done tonight. We'll see how that plays out. I got a late start tonight, so We're just gonna get rolling and see where the evening takes us. So I think these sounds that Crusing recorded, I think he actually recorded these. He's a sound modder living in France. I think they were actually recorded with a DAF truck, which is a sister company. It's a child company of Packer, who also owns Peterbilt. So again, kind of like how Freightliner or Mercedes-Benz share parts, because they're basically the same company. DAF and Peterbilt share similar engine components, so they sound very similar. So this is actually the sound of a DAF engine from a European truck, but it sounds basically the same. It's the closest that we have right now to an actual modern Peterbilt sound. Of course, we got a lot of rumbling going on right now, driving on gravel here, so we'll close the windows a little bit. Try to quiet that down a little bit. It didn't help at all, did it? Oh, that rumbling's just that low frequency. That's not going to go away. It'll go away once we hit pavement up here, though. You know how it is driving on a farm. Rough terrain. Gotta get one look at this truck driving by here. That's not the angle I wanted, but... no, it's not going to show the front of it. I don't know why the gravel's cutting out like that. Alright. I wonder if it's going to rain. Looks like it might actually start raining here soon. People have their lights on. Oh, we got some traffic dealing with, trying to pull out of the farm here. This is going to be kind of annoying. I think even with this ambient occlusion graphics update, even headlights look a lot more realistic. So cars coming, I can see them a lot more easily. Just constant updates with these games, which is wonderful. Oh, you're going to stop and let me go. That would have been awkward. Come on, truck. Sorry, truck. Gotta take the opportunity. Oh. Pulling into the scales anyway, right up here. That's what the beeping was just letting me know I gotta go in. I went under the transponder. Ponder. Can't talk tonight. So I pulled into a little way station here. I'm getting a little bit of a frame drop here. I think I'm gonna try. Let's see, I'm going to bump something down here. Let's see what we can do. Graphics, maybe the 300% scaling. We'll try that. 400%, I mean, that's like, I think that's like I'm trying to render 4K and scale it down to 1080p, so let's try this. Oh, look at that thing. Or it's going to the farm that we just left. All right, let's try this, see if we get any skipping now. On. It does seem kind of dark right now. Safety first. Apparently my mic is picking up all the same sounds in the game, so hopefully that's not messing up things too much. As long as it's in sync, it should be fine. There's light change on us pretty quickly here. Oh, that bus is in a hurry. I don't think I've ever seen the traffic buses driving that fast around the corner. Yeah, the lighting with this mod is just incredible. It feels real. Oops. If you can't find them, grind them. I'm sitting too close here. Let me pull my seat back a little bit. Right. Yeah, man, that bus was like a rocket. Holy cow. See if we can start in second here. What's an extra gear higher when you got like 13 gears? A little bit of bogging, but it wasn't too bad. Alright, where is it taking us? Just the typical path out of Spokane onto the interstate. Okay, yep. We've been this way a few times, yep. Thinking I want to pull my mirrors up a little bit. They seem a little too low. Why this dude has his right signal on. Really wanted us to know that he was going that way. Oh man, going over the line back there a bit with the trailer. That's a long trailer. Alright, I'm gonna actually need this lane over here, so if you guys could be so kind as to let me over, I would appreciate it. Yes, thank you, sir. That's the most polite drive I've ever seen in this game yet. Usually they do not want to let you over, which is like real life. Who wants to let a truck over? Yeah, there's something funky going on there with the lights. Huh? That's weird. I am using the Oculus build, so that might have something to do with it. Because otherwise I would normally be playing in VR, so there's some funky stuff that goes into that build to make it work. Inside the lane. Yeah, 53-foot trailers are a pain in the butt sometimes. But that's the typical size you're going to see for a long-haul truck. I think flatbeds, there are 53-footers, but they are more commonly found, I think, as like 48-footers. And that few feet can make quite the difference. keep the lights off for now, just because they're kind of being annoying when I turn my head. All right, we'll put the windows up now because it's a little noisy at speed, as it would be in reality. I think it's gonna want us. We're just getting right back off the highway here, right? Yep, to head into Idaho. Let's put our engine brake on here.
Keep right and then turn right. Turn right.
We're gonna try to crack the windows a little bit, see if we can get a balance between hearing some more engine and too much of it.
Go straight on.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it's like on the verge of raining in the game. It might just be hazy. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it rained because we're in the Northwest, so Pacific Northwest. Or just the Northwest U.S. I don't know if that would be considered Pacific Northwest or not.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
It's a nice looking fire engine there.
Go straight on.
I'll keep the windows open here a little bit. Let's see how this does. Maybe not. It gets so loud so fast. Alright, we should be okay here. So they have multiplayer. I mean, just like they do for Euro Truck, there's the official multiplayer, unofficial, fan-made multiplayer mod, right, that we've played before. You know, I haven't really played multiplayer in American Truck, just because usually, I guess, first of all, it's not super popular, in multiplayer at least. And I preferred, like, the mods that I have in single player, because you can't carry them over to multiplayer. SES has actually even talked about considering doing a multiplayer mod officially. I don't think it's really at the top of their priority list at the moment. They got a lot of stuff that they got to work on beforehand, and I know they've mentioned in the past they'd like to get things set up properly first. I know they were trying to integrate World of Trucks, I think, is like the kind of the stepping stone into setting something up like that. where they envision like support for virtual trucking companies and like the whole trying to get a whole system like that going and working with multiplayer. So that would be interesting to see actually come to fruition, but not anytime soon, I don't think. So we just have the mod for it right now. I keep going back and forth whether I want to keep lights on or not. I think I'll keep them on. We can get over the annoyance of the lights on the ground. One of the things I was hoping that they would do, though, with improved graphics is remove the light off the ground during the day. The mask is just, it doesn't work too well. The light I shouldn't be able to see any light on the ground right now during the daytime. But baby steps. I mean, the graphics mod here alone is just absolutely gorgeous. And this is the first time I'm seeing it in this update. I'm climbing quite a bit here. I got my foot to the floor. We're not getting anywhere. I think we're leveling off here. I can grab another gear, hopefully. I think we're actually, yeah, I just saw a sign. We're coming to a way station now. I see the transponder in the distance. I'm guessing we're going to have to stop. Let's see. Yep. Oh, we don't want to stop here. Oh, thanks for cutting me off, buddy. You know, it's just like real life. So we're entering Lewistown, Idaho here. It's over the hill. We're not quite close enough to see. There, you can see a little glimpse of it. But we're coming down a ridge right now to come into the city area. I delivered here the other night as one of my deliveries. So we got to hit every Idaho city, basically, to meet the objective for the personal goal. Hang on, I got to adjust these mirrors here. Let me move them up just a hair, like that. And on the right, we're gonna move up just a hair. Have them look straight back. That's better. They were too far down. All right. Kind of surprised at our weight though. 71,000 is what it's saying. We're 9,000 short of the limit. I guess 30,000 pounds in the back. This truck is light. I think it's pretty light. Maybe it's the trailer. Alright, hopefully people are letting me in here. Excuse me, pardon me, come on. No, look out, Mr. Ambulance. I'm coming right. Yep. You know, if you were smart enough, you would get in the left lane. Oh well. Alright, yep, actually, we're gonna put our Jakes on here. Start slowing down. Take this hill a little easy here. Yeah, it says that sign back there said trucks 35. So we're gonna try to take it a little easy through here. Got our Jakes going. It's not much of a grade. I mean, I have my Jakes on the lowest setting here, and I think we're still slowly losing speed. But if we don't lose too much speed, I'll just let it sit here. That way we won't burn up our brakes. I mean, in reality, I think this grid could be a lot steeper and a lot longer, but with the scale of the map, there's only so much you can do. This is what we'd be seeing coming into Lewistown in real life in Idaho. I guess there's a ridge that you got to come down, and that's right where the city's built up against. Even the AI trucks are passing me because they don't care. They don't care about brakes. Their brakes don't fade, I guess. Apparently in this game you can have fading brakes. So you don't want to do that. Why are we all braking up here? I need over, and they're going so slow. It's going slow now that they're over the hill. Alright. I think there's yet another scale over here, isn't there? Maybe that's another... No, I guess it's not here. It's another nearby place. Merging. Oh no, yeah, there is another way. Way in motion ahead. Well, that's annoying. Why are there scales on either side of Lewistown? Alright, well, let's see what they want. I hope they'll let us go this time. That'd be nice. Nope. Wow. Can't catch a break. Alright. We're going in yet again. Alright, yep. Forget it. I'm turning the lights off again. There's some sun coming out. Can't make up my mind. I mean, a lot of companies are required to run lights all the time. Just for safety. But we can do what we want. We're our own boss. Alright, let's see what we can do here. It's really hard to see. Merging here. We gotta get in front of the bus here. So we got a right turn up ahead.
Keep right.
Alright, so we haven't been on this stretch here of 95. We came up the other bit of highway in our last stream, I think. So now we're getting on some more road, new road here for Idaho. Rushing past Lewistown. Was it Lewistown or Lewiston? It's Lewiston. Oops. So hope everyone's Thursday went well. Again, we're heading into Friday again. It feels like I was just streaming. Oh wait, I am right now. No, I mean, it feels like it was just yesterday. I was doing last week's stream. A week flew by. But nothing exciting happened, which I guess is kind of it's a good thing. Things should be low-key now. But we did travel. this past weekend we did take a flight. We flew with Southwest, and it went very smoothly, which is good. And you know, nothing was too busy because most people are staying home, so the airport was fine. And, you know, the flights were fine, and all the precautions were there. So I think it went as good as it could have. And this week has just been a blur. There's so much going on with work, so that all flew by this week. Tomorrow's Friday already. Some nice countryside landscape here. We got slower speeds up here. Alright, is this guy gonna pull out in front of me? He is, yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Come on, truck. Nope, we're gonna hit that gear. How about that one? There we go. I blame the AI. Yeah, well, they know if I hit them, then we're all screwed, so they use it as a weapon. Defense. Rolling through here. Yeah, we're just going. Alright, so that's to the left. That was what? Oh, that was just heading north. So we're passing Grangeville now. This is where we finished our last stream. So now we're kind of rejoining, I think, on some familiar road compared to last week, but we're going the other direction, so it's a little different. Now we gotta take our time because we're stuck behind this tanker. He's moving pretty decently though. We'll have to see what happens around corners though, because sometimes the AI are a little too cautious. And he's doing fine so far. Yeah, we can't roll this truck. We don't want to lose all the cheese. The precious cheese cargo. Trucks use low gear. Watch for rock. So if I remember correctly, this isn't really much of a grade. They say they wanted us to take it at 35, but like, first of all, the AI don't care. They don't slow down. See that? Wow, he's hauling ass. Must be a farm truck. Maybe he's just carrying milk. I don't even need my jakes, because if I put him on, I'm going to be slowing down. Look at that view, huh? Some Idaho mountains. Oh, this just makes me so excited for Colorado. I'm gonna throw the jakes on there. We are getting a little twisty turny. Yeah, just seeing these mountains here makes me so excited for Colorado. I wonder how soon that'll be. It's probably gonna be real late in the year. I want to say that last year the first State of the Year released in June, and Idaho was just released here in July, so I think they're a little bit behind, at least compared to last year.
Go straight on.
I do have to say, though, out of all the states so far for back road driving, I gotta say that it's gotta be Idaho. It's gotta be my favorite state. Of course, being the latest, it's the best quality. But driving the back roads in like Utah and Oregon, Washington, I generally, first of all, I usually prefer interstate driving because I just like the long stretches of highway, where you just set the cruise. We're braking, okay. Where you just set the cruise and forget. Just look at stuff around you. You don't have to concentrate as hard on the road. So I am a little biased towards that, but like, I gotta hand it to Idaho. I mean, just driving these roads, these back roads, even though they're a pain in the butt, they're the scenery just makes up for it. I don't know what's going on up here. Oh, we're at the 45th parallel. That's halfway between the equator and the North Pole. On the Alaskan map mod, the northernmost spruce is marked. Spruce tree is marked on the map. There's actually a pull-off spot where you can actually go see it. It's like a monument. Because it is in real life. I mean, that map is a 1-to-1 scale of the Dalton Highway. It's way up there in Alaska. Very far north. But that reminded me of seeing that 45th parallel monument there reminded me of that. Yeah, that is a food products only tanker, so the guy must be hauling milk and doesn't give a care. Oh, someone didn't follow the four-way stop rule. Alright, I gotta wait for them to figure out their mistake that was made. Come on, someone back up. I can get around them, it's fine. They got some thinking to do. It's gonna take them a while. Sure, I can smell the smoke over here of their brains just going. Yeah, we got this. This is what the guy should have done, was swung a little wider. Not into the parking lot, but made a wide enough turn. Alright, you guys have fun with that. I'm gonna keep driving this way. Yeah, I don't know how. I don't think they're properly simulating a four-way stop. They kind of are, like they make the AI stop, but I don't think they do a good job of detecting other people that are already in the intersection. I don't know, the U.S. has some weird traffic laws compared to Europe. Like they actually right off bat incorporated right turn on red, but they didn't. They don't require you to stop first. If you have your signal on, you can just blow right through a red light turning right. It doesn't matter. Even though half of people do that in real life anyway, maybe that's why they didn't care. Because there are so many people I follow in real life that just they don't even bother stopping. Yeah, I gotta highlight that separate from the actual stream. Which reminds me, I probably have to go back and do last week's. I don't even know if I caught the one from 2 weeks ago. Did you happen to catch that or not? I mean, it's all my fault if it's gone because I neglect uploading or highlighting so much. Whoa, this
Go
is
straight on.
a little tight here. Yeah, I gotta check. I might have gotten it.
Keep right, and then continue straight on. Go straight on.
Alright, continuing south here. Oops. Got happy with the throttle there. Oh, this is new stretch. We haven't done new stretch yet. Okay. This is new stretch of highway here. See, like with the SSAO graphics setting now, that going through shaded areas even is a lot more realistic with lighting. Yep, Idaho is definitely one beautiful piece of map here. Oh, going by a river here. Guess we're not going by it, we're just snaking along it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep saying it, but Colorado's gonna be even more scenic. Trust me. I live here. I mean, I definitely want to visit the Northwest at some point. It'd be cool to travel all across the U.S. just to see the different geographic properties, and different landscapes, different monuments, you know, all the tourist attractions. Maybe not all of them. It makes me wonder, like, so looking further ahead of Colorado, so there's Idaho, and then there's Colorado. They don't have Texas yet, so it's gonna be like Texas, Montana, Wyoming are gonna have to be the next states, not in that order, but and there's a lot of speculation going on right now. You know, like what are the next states gonna be past Colorado? And I'm just thinking about like Wyoming and Montana, like they should be able to blow through those, like especially Wyoming. It's just open fields and just straight highway. Like, we're gonna stop again. There's not been one way station we've been able to skip tonight. Not getting my money's worth out of this way station pass. All right, what do we got?
Reroute.
Recomputing.
Recompute.
Yeah, you're okay. You do that. I'm gonna keep driving this way.
Finding a
Man, it really does not like this pull off here, does it? My car's gonna be weirdly nice and let me go through. Okay. I'll take it. There's weirdly a large amount of traffic here. Yeah, the lane's ending. Okay. That's why the AI were being hesitant to pass, that's why. They're set up to kind of be the opposite of real life, not be very aggressive. Because I could see people just trying to blow by everything there if the lane were ending a quarter mile ahead. That's really what would happen. I think there are mods out there that change the behavior of the traffic
and then continue
for better or for worse. Come on now, Ray, are you turning?
Go straight on.
Oh yeah, I don't want to turn. Alright, where are we entering now? We should be... Oh, we're getting close to Boise. Alright. Are we entering Boise? It's the Boise River. We must be close. Oh, I should probably brake. Gotta say, I do like me a red Peterbilt. And it lines up with the... I think the red on the trailer is a little bit darker, but it lines up pretty closely without monkeying with the colors too much. Now, SCS also recently released hex color, the option to do hex color with paint, so you could save very specific color tints, you know, for RGB. So you can make an exact match now. I just haven't played with that really yet. Hey, this is actually turning into a decently long trip. It's just the shape of Idaho is, you know, it's very north and south. It's very vertical. So you can travel quite the distance. And typically, we should really be cutting through Montana to get to where we're trying to go. So right now there are weird spots where the map will just end, where it would keep going into Montana, actually through Missoula, and then connect back west. I'm sure that's the way you would normally go if you're just going north to south in the state, but that state doesn't exist yet, so.
Go straight on.
I think I'm actually gonna need the nope, it's a ramp. Saw it pop into view on my nav system there. The JPS.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Alright, so we gotta hit a little bit of interstate going through Boise here. Just to get to the other side of the city, I think, to drop. And then we should be able to do one or maybe possibly two more journeys tonight, depending on the distance. Try to close that a hair. Alright, doesn't want us to exit here. Actually, I think I'm going to stay in this lane. Yeah, we're good here. No, wait. No, I think we might be taking that highway. Idaho Highway 21. Yeah, we're taking the next exit. Got some traffic
Keep right,
here.
and then exit right. Exit right. Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Guess it is Boise. That explains the extra traffic.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
It's a bit of a tight turn. Alright, we're back in right here. This is a good setup. I like this. No blind side. All's well. Nice and lined up here. Alright, let me take the track wire off for this one. Let's stick our head out the window. Got lots of room on our passenger side, which is good. We want that for the maneuverability. And that was a plane that just went over our heads. Still got lots of room over here, good. Oh, this is looking beautiful. Oh yeah, like a boss. Oh, alright, let's straighten out a little bit here. Getting a little over too far. Let's pull up a hair, I think we got some room. It's a little tight, it's a little challenging. This is what you would see in real life. You'd see something like this. Probably even less space. Some of the docks, especially the older places, are ridiculously tight. Alright, let's see if we can nudge over a little bit to the passenger side here. Alright, it's looking better. I'd like to straighten out a little bit. Alright, looking here. Alright, we can come back the other way. I think we're good. Let's see, let's try to hit the hole and pull up a little bit. Always got to have a good backing. Yeah, we're a little crooked, so I'm going to pull up a bit. Let's just straighten her out a little bit. Okay, that looks good. Alright. Still a little crooked, but I can live with this. Yeah, this will be fine. Alright. Let's get unloaded. This should be, I think, the 4th job I'll be completing. The community goal, by the way, was done in like 3 days, so we're already at the 30 million miles combined, which is insane. Let's see what we got. But they're still keeping the personal goal open for a few weeks because they realize, yeah, people don't have time. Ain't got time. Okay, 5 mile distance. Oh, I hope that... I don't know if that's going to count. Let's try to get a little further. Let's go to the salmon. Let's go to salmon. Definitely need that. We're loading right up here, I think. I think we're in the same place to pick up that we're dropping off, so we don't have to drive elsewhere. That was my goal. Let's see what happens. No, they want us to move across the back over there. Dang it. Alright, fine. Looks like the fog burned off, the early morning fog. So now it's about 9 a.m. local time. We've got some clear skies now. A little bit of haze, a little bit of summer haze. Very nice. Alright, let's just pull forward and then back up further, I guess. Or not. Oh, my brakes are stuck. I don't know why they do that. Let's try that. Yep, now we're pulling forward. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's... I don't think it can be a mod I'm using now because I'm not using a parking brake mod. I think it's just for some reason, whenever you're loading or unloading, and then, you know, you got your brakes set as you're parked and then you to take them off, they stick. It's weird. It's a weird thing. Alright, let's make sure we got room over here. Yep, we're good. Here comes that plane again. Alright. Let's get back into the, I guess the pickup location back here. I don't think in real life they'd make us move. I think they'd logistically be set up if we're actually picking up and dropping off, or dropping off and picking up at the same place. I think it'd be in the same door. Yeah, they have props like that scattered around the map. They have planes, helicopters. There are actually random road events that occur as well, like accidents. There are times where you even have to detour as well. I have them turned down because it was like really starting to annoy me because it felt like it was happening every trip. So I turned that down. Alright, this is like spot on the money right here. Right here. Woo! Alright. We're gonna shut her down again. Simulate our cargo loading here. Takes a long time. See, it's 9 a.m. in the game right now. We're gonna go all the way to like almost 10. Which I guess that's a fair amount of time. 50 minutes to load a 53-foot trailer. It's a lot of pallets. I mean, we're talking... Yeah, we're heavy now. Over 42,000 pounds. Whew. Have I driven this? I have not driven this bit yet. Okay. So now we're going to take US 20. We're going to take 84 for a bit first, of course, and then we'll switch over. And I'll take 20, and then I'll change to 93, 26 for a bit. Then 93 up to salmon. I think that'll be our evening then. It's going to be a longish drive too. It's a winding road, which takes time. Alright, let's see if this brake is sticking again. Nope, we're rolling again. We're free rolling without sticky brakes. I don't know what that was about. Yeah, he was definitely too low. I'm hoping there was an airstrip around here. I mean, let's face it, it's a truck simulator. Not a fight simulator, which is coming out. Fight Simulator 2020 coming out next month. I'm excited about that. And planes aren't even my first, my favorite type of simulation, but I'm very excited because the detail in this game is insane. Our last Microsoft Flight Simulator was Flight Sim X in 2006, so we're talking, what, 14 years later, right? The requirements are unsurprisingly a little high. The big problem is space. It needs 150 gigabytes of storage, and that doesn't even include what it has to download. Well, that might include the cache portion, because there's no way you'd be able to fit the entire world on the game or on your computer because it's so detailed. They use AI technology to generate the world, basically. It's so detailed. I mean, it's like, I want to say it's definitely terabytes on terabytes of, like, might even be petabytes. The whole world altogether with all the details. So what you do, if you want the full detail, you basically download it as you go. Like, you fly, and then, like, within a certain radius of your plane... I'm gonna be sitting here because the AI don't know how to merge. He's just gonna go. Oh no, I thought he was gonna go for it. You download the world as you go, is how it works, so then, it frees up disk space as you leave an area. Alright, dude, no, there's no way you're cutting in front of me. We're going every other now. Which will be interesting. I hope that, I mean, with all that playing, I'm going to have to watch, because we actually have a 1.2 terabyte data cap for our internet every month, which kind of sucks. But the good news is we're off contract, so we can drop it any time. If that's the case, we might switch to a local provider. I think they're unlimited. I have to check. A little bit slower speed, but yeah, the only thing I'm a little concerned about is the data that is required for this game. But I tell you, the detail in the world will make up for it entirely. I've seen the development screenshots, videos from closed beta, closed alpha testing. It is incredibly detailed. Some of the screenshots, if you didn't know you're looking at a game, you would think it was just a picture. I mean, I'm that serious with how realistic it looks. It's insane. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, that's true. Far thing. Hey, how's it going, by the way? I'm not sure though with I'm not sure how much data is going to be required for like a typical flight in Flight Simulator. Um, so maybe it won't require too much. But I mean, it's like basically downloading the world around you as you go. I mean, everything, the details of the terrain and the objects. I mean, I guess you'll have the objects cached. It's probably just procedurally generated, right? Auto-gen objects, so those probably wouldn't take up much. But yeah, how you doing? Long time no see. Right, are these people alternate? What's going on? Is that one lane or two? I'm confused. Is that 2 lanes? No, it's one. I'm confused. Oh, does it change to 1 lane right before the intersection? Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, I'm talking about the new flight simulators coming out next month. Super stoked for it. I'm just gonna... These guys are never gonna stop spawning. Just gonna mosey my way into the intersection. Yeah, I mean, the base game, the base requirement is 150 gigs of storage on your PC. Probably some of that is going to be for caching, you know, the world data as you're flying. And I'm not going to want to sacrifice quality, so I'm probably going to pump it up all the way. We'll have to see what kind of data that it pulls. I'm curious. It's a cool concept, though. I mean, the amount of detail that has gone into this, the world they're building, is insane. Yeah, I'm thinking that... So I don't know exactly how Entropio works. I know Greg does, but... I mean, so does the game just download like a cache for world data and then, you know, replaces it as you get to new areas? Because that's definitely what Flight Sim is going to be doing. Oh, it's static world data. Oh, and it just like, it grows, yeah. Huh, yeah, I'm not sure how it's going to work. We're going to have to see, but I think they were saying, I don't know if you heard, but they were saying in one of the development blogs that the entire world that they're building is on a scale of petabytes of data. That there's no way you'd be able to store it all on your PC if you wanted to go max out the world around you. You just have to download it as you're flying, and it will just replace, you know, sectors as you're flying overhead. I think my camera's too high. I'm making arm motions. But as you're flying, you know, it'll build the world ahead of you and around you, and then it'll just replace files as you go, because there's just no way you can download the whole. Now they're giving tiered options too. You don't have to download that much detail, and you can even download ahead of time if you have a flight plan and you're planning on playing offline. You can do that too. It would just pre-cache everything for your entire trip. So, right, it'll be like Google Maps. It's gonna be Bing, I'm sure. You know, Azure Cloud. It's all Microsoft products, so it'll be Bing Maps, Azure Cloud. Is what it was developed around. And it's basically, it is the real world. I mean, you know, previous Flight Sim titles have had the entire world in them, and were accurate with locations of things. But you know, it's it's so hard to create an entire one-to-one scale world on any decent level of detail. It's a daunting task, and And they're doing it with the power of Azure AI, and I don't know the details around it, but you know, they're taking data from maps and they're able to place buildings where they're seen on you know, Google Maps in real life, which is super cool. And I really wish someone would take that and then end up making a truck simulator. But who wants to drive that far in real life? Hey, I do.
Keep right.
Man, it would take me like a month to do a trip in the game if this were 1-to-1 scale. I thought that guy was coming into my lane there. If this were 1-to-1 scale of the U.S., and people are actually considering trying to build that, which would just take them until they're dead, basically. It would take me like a month to do any kind of decent regional haul. Yeah, so I just saw your comment there for thing about the internet speeds. So that's the reason that they have tiered options for the quality that you want to download. So the recommended spec, let me start with the minimum. I think the minimum is like 5 megabits a second, which is like pulling down someone streaming video, you know. Then the recommended spec is like 25 megabits a second. Then optimal is actually 50 megabits a second. They're talking about internet speeds that fast to cache data if you're like maxing out the map. I'm really interested to see how it happens. We'll find out next month. It's gonna be unprecedented, really. I at least have not heard or seen of any technology like this where there's so much data for a game that you have to download it
Straight on.
continuously. Or if you have enough space, you could cache it, I guess. Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons I like Flight Sim so much is because of the real-world scale. I mean, it gets a little boring whenever like you're talking about older Flight Sim titles where all the land between cities that, you know, isn't detailed is really plain. But we're talking now about how they again use Bing Maps and AI to fill that all the gaps in. So no matter where you are in the world in the game, it should be fairly accurate to what you would see in real life. You know, I mean, it won't get every detail, but
Go straight on.
yeah, I know Greg's been working on that shop for a few days now, trying to post pictures in the forums. It's a pain in the butt. A lot of forums won't allow you to directly post pictures through them because it just they can't afford the traffic or the they don't want to pay for like the bandwidth or the storage for all those images. So you just gotta upload to like image. And what I usually do is I upload to Imager. I usually upload my pictures to Imager, and then I'll put them on a forum. That usually works pretty well. I used to use Photo Bucket, and then they're like, nope, you got to pay now to use our service, so that stopped. Yeah, TinyPic, I've heard of that. You know, I've never checked that out though. But yeah, I've just been using Imager, but I've seen TinyPic URLs. They work fine. I mean, I think with Imager you don't even do you need an account? I don't think you do. I think you can just upload and then hotlink.
Get ready for turn left.
We're rolling into here. We're just not rolling into anything in particular. I think this is definitely a modeled town. I missed the town sign though. It's not on the map. Alright, can I go? I'm bigger than everyone else. They can get out of my way. This is a neat little town. Country Shop Road. There's a school up ahead. Okay, yeah, no account needed. School Ave. There's a huge road signs here.
Go straight on.
Oh, there's some mountain. Oh, check it out. Some mountains over there. Nice. Some Rocky Mountains. We're gonna see more of that when Colorado comes out. Oh, I'm so excited. This game is getting very pretty. It'd be nice if they could touch up on the older places. They've done that in Eurotruck with like Germany, because that was literally like the first portion of the map ever for the game that was made 5-6 years ago. And they've come a long way. They've actually gone back and touched up and modernized some areas of the map that were part of the base game. I hope they do that for this game too. For like California and Nevada are the two that come to mind. Those were the first two states for the game. Whew, that's windy. Oh, we're leaning on that one. Oops, I passed one of the cinematics. That's a new feature in the game right now. Oh well. Oh, check it out. I think that's an unmarked road back there. That's cool. Now we're getting into some scenic stuff here, but it also means winding road. Oh yeah. Let's try not to roll onto our side here and take a dirt nap. Oh, look at that scenery. Woo! That looks cool. And the haze off in the distance with this graphic mod, that's awesome. That's how you would see the state basically in the middle of summer. I've been meaning to. I feel like I've heard of Death Stranding so much, and I feel like I've looked it up, and now I kind of forget what it's about. I kind of want to check it out. Is it like zombie survival? Kind of like 7 Days? A running simulator? Oh, nice. Arco, that's what we're entering. Arco, Idaho, I guess. I think that's what I read. There are a lot of these small towns that pop up now that SES actually bothers to implement, which is nice. So you're not just driving through just plain roads from city to city. Detail just gets better with each map that comes out, each map expansion. Oh, apparently you didn't want to turn there. Okay.
Go straight on. Keep left, and then turn left.
Yep.
Turn left.
Not exactly survival, but now see, I like a game with a good story. I do. And I know I say that I'm a total hypocrite for not doing a good job of listening to the Warframe story. I'll try to be better about that, Greg, on Saturday. I do like me a good story in the game, though. I actually started playing Black Mesa because I got it on the Steam Summer Sale, and I have not played the original Half-Life. I played Half-Life 2, but not the first one, and so now I'm kind of reliving Half-Life through Black Mesa, and I'm loving every bit of it. Particularly the story. It's so cool. This is so beautiful. Oh man. Entering Custer County. There's my favorite sign in the whole DLC. I Potato, Idaho. Welcome to McKay. We're going way too fast. If I get a speeding ticket, it's my fault. I also want to visit Idaho. I mean, I just want to visit the Northwest in general, kind of. Oh, look, that's a great view right there. That's a money shot. Ka-ching. Idaho. I want to visit. I mean, I want to visit Arizona someday. I want to visit all the states. I'll probably be one of those. We'll be one of those old couples that have a huge RV and just drive across the U.S. when we retire. I really want to get. Who knows what driving will be like that far in the future. I'm kind of sad about it because it might become everything automated. I don't know, but I want to get like one of those RVs that's basically a truck, and it's actually kitted out to be an RV, so that you can get like full big rigs like this and turn them into buses, RVs, and that's what I want to do ultimately. So I can say I've driven a truck like this in real life, but it'll also be practical for my use case. They're not cheap though. They're not cheap. Buddy, you have to brake that hard. It's keeping me in check so I don't roll all my food out the side of the trailer. Definitely pretty. Why is there a harvester? Where is there a farm field? Definitely the prettiest state that I've driven in so far. I just think so far with American Truck Simulator, I mean, it's been the West Coast, which is fairly flat. Yeah, that's it. It's been mostly the West Coast. I mean, there's Utah. It's got some neat rock formations. A little bit of canyon view that you can see. But I am just a sucker for the mountains. And that's what Idaho is starting to bring. And as we move further east through the Rocky Mountain Range with Montana and Colorado, It's going to be awesome. They're going to have to do Texas again pretty soon, too. That'll be a big state. That might be more. I wonder if that's going to be a few more bucks than the other states. This does get pretty windy here. Getting close. Should be there in a few minutes. To Salmon, Idaho. What a weird name for a city. But first we gotta pass through Ellis. I am a fan of salmon, though. I do like a good salmon. I wonder if it's named that, though, for any kind of fishing up here. I don't know. There's some water. I don't know. What game isn't strange? Keep right and continue straight. Okay. I mean, that's usually what roads do. I guess it didn't want me to turn left back in there. Alright. Fair enough. GPSs in real life are kind of finicky too sometimes. Alright, downtown Salmon. And not a lake in sight.
Keep right and then continue straight on. Go straight on.
What a beautiful truck. It's so shiny. Alright, there's a stop sign right here. Okay, I guess I'll stop. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a good thing I stopped. Alright. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. Yeah, this prefab here is... it's tricky. Gotta hug the wall here. We're gonna do a little loop-de-loop. Alright, careful. Yeah, I don't know if I like this setup. Let's see. We could do it. We could do it. Right there. We'll pivot right there. Pivot around the pole. Careful. Alright. Yeah, this one's tricky. Yeah, we're gonna end up jackknifing here. Hang on. Try to straighten out a little bit here. We're gonna hop the curb. Yep. I don't care. Your store parking lot isn't big enough. We're just gonna hit the grass a little bit. It's not even grass. It's dirt. All right. This lot is tricky. Oh, there we go. We're going to try to straighten out just a little bit. Now that we got the room for it. Alright. Right, for a second I didn't have my track IR turned on. There we go. Perfect. All right. Well, I guess that was just 2 jobs I did tonight, right? They're pretty long ones. We got our milk here to Walbert. Beautiful. Now we're up to progress 5 of 11. So we got to go to each of the 11 new cities in Idaho to get to our goal. So we're making progress. We're making progress. Alright, so I think we're going to be done here for tonight. I had a bit of a late start, but we ran a little bit late tonight to make up for it, so. Farthing, it was great to see you. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for hanging out with me, Greg. Those of you who are also who popped in and watching, thanks for watching, and those of you who are watching later, thanks also. We appreciate it. Alright, everyone have a good night. We'll catch you in the next one.